Sun on our back and sand between our toes, we all look forward to a break. But if something stops it happening, it can be massively disappointing. Travel insurance can help ease the blow. But the airline showed that the dates of their rescheduled flights matched the October stay in the Santorini hotel. The woman, despite her insistence that this was a different holiday, had gone back to the same hotel and used the same flight operator. But her attempt to cash in on top of this was to prove more tricky. We've seen that some people have no qualms about trying to get their hands on some payout cash for free. But for every would-be fraudster, there's a host of dedicated fraud teams working tirelessly to stamp out the scammers and catch the chances. Keep your popcorn handy, because our next character may be worthy of an award. Not an Oscar, though. Any injury can be inconvenient. It can mean all sorts of rearrangements. But if your accident happens whilst you're at work, then it may be covered by your employer's insurance, or so some people hope. Unscrupulous fraudsters can often target people in jobs where they have a responsibility for others. That includes bus drivers, who know all too well that some journeys can quickly turn into bumpy rides. If our tiny island can produce so many fraudsters and cheats, then it follows that a country as large as the United States, with its vast population, can beat us hands down. This next case demonstrates the chilling lengths one woman was prepared to go to in order to get her hands on an insurance payout. From people chancing their luck by exaggerating their injuries through to organised criminal gangs, insurance fraud hits all of us in the pocket. But the number of these fraudsters getting caught out sends a clear message to anyone thinking of committing insurance crime. They claimed, but now they're shamed. Personal injury payouts can be an expensive business for insurers. If someone's been severely hurt, the settlement figure can run into hundreds of thousands of pounds, especially if the recovery process is long and additional help is needed. Of course, no one intends to get injured, but sometimes cash can soften the blow. Greed can get the better of any of us, but if you get caught out fibbing, not only can you end up with nothing, but there are times when your insurer will come after you for a refund if it's settled a claim that turns out to be fake. Having records dating back several years can catch out crooks who want to swindle the system. But scammers seldom realise that the insurance industry is a tight-knit family that shares information. So when attempting to cheat one insurer, it won't take long for them to join up the dots, no matter how smart the scam. Closing ranks is one good way to stop scammers in their tracks, and multiple claims from the same people can leave quite a paper trail across the industry. But what happens when it's a one-off claim out of the blue with two claimants supporting each other's story? Well, the best an insurer could hope for is an impartial witness to corroborate what actually happened. Taking advantage of a situation for financial gain certainly seems a popular choice for those up to no good. But it's not just the opportunists. There are fraud networks out there that are slick, sophisticated, and downright dangerous. And catching these kinds of criminals takes real teamwork. From people chancing their luck by exaggerating their injuries through to organised criminal gangs, insurance fraud hits all of us in the pocket. But the number of these fraudsters getting caught out sends a clear message to anyone thinking of committing insurance crime. They claimed, but now they're shamed. Whether it's carried out by professional con artists or chancers, fraud is fraud. This kind of deception is on the rise and most prevalent when it comes to motor insurance claims. Claimants over-egging car damage and injuries after an accident to get a bigger settlement package. It's costing insurers more than £1 billion a year, which is why they will take every opportunity to catch them if they can. While many insurance scams are exaggerations of things that actually happened, sometimes the entire claim is a complete work of fiction. So when there was a 500% increase in holidaymakers suing resorts for food poisoning, insurers were on high alert to check in with hotels to check out the facts. Opportunistic fraudsters probably never expect to end up in court, but serious scammers are aware of the risks and will go to great lengths to stay under the radar and avoid detection, with some even going as far as staging an injury to make the claim appear genuine. All insurers expect claimants to give honest details when they fill in their claim forms. Bend the facts in any part of a claim and you can risk derailing the whole of it. so only list the things you're entitled to claim for, as any little white lies can quickly become very costly mistakes. While some claimants make a complete hash of their attempts to cash in, there are some professional fraudsters who leave nothing to chance. The levels of complexity and sheer scale of their deceit can be jaw-dropping and reveal how greedy and callous they can be. But what's more shocking is that some scams quite literally put innocent people in danger. From people chancing their luck by exaggerating their injuries through to organised criminal gangs, insurance fraud hits all of us in the pocket. But the number of these fraudsters getting caught out sends a clear message to anyone thinking of committing insurance crime. They claimed, but now they're shamed. A slip, trip or fall can be serious enough to change your life forever. For those genuine cases, there is cover to help with care and compensation for not being able to work. But with one insurance scam every minute, brokers have to be alert to bogus personal injury claims. It's estimated that 1 in 10 personal injury claims can be linked to cash for crash scams. This is where criminals collude to deliberately cause a car accident so they can claim compensation. The methods range from opportunistic to the very elaborate, but what they all have in common is that they're incredibly dangerous. If you have the means, then it's possible to spend a fortune on jewellery. Watches alone can cost tens of thousands of pounds. If you're fortunate enough to have one, then it's a wise decision to get it insured, and should your treasured timepiece go missing, there are many ways of tracing it. There were genuine concerns that this claim was fraudulent. The evidence gathered about the policyholder, the receipt that didn't have her name on it, and the fact that the photo didn't actually show the stolen watch were all warning signs. LMG reported its findings back to the loss adjuster and alerted another specialist organisation. Students away from home for the first time can look forward to meeting lots of new friends and making the most of bars and clubs. Of course, this goes alongside the hard graft of study. But dealing with all the practicalities, like insuring your valuables, can be too much for some. The gall of some people is quite staggering. If you're off sick, you won't be able to do all the tasks that you can normally. This doesn't bother those opportunistic chancers, though, who are determined to abuse the system that's designed to protect us in times of need. From organised criminal gangs to exaggerated household claims, insurance fraud hits all of us in the pocket. But instead of getting away with it, more and more of these fraudsters are being claimed and shamed.